Hello everybody, and welcome back to some FTB Evolution. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we worked on our first bit of power and a little bit of actually addition stuff. This thing's actually still, I've switched out this guy. I have done a bucket or a tank of the crystallized oil. Those guys are getting on my nerves. And got this running, and it's running all of this. But there's 100 buckets, 105 buckets of canola oil. We've got almost 100 buckets of refined canola oil. So we're good. We're doing good here. So, I keep hearing, where is that bee going? Right there. Alright. So, but today, what are we going to do? Well, I want to get started on a bit of magic. More importantly, some Ars Nouveau. And the reason being is because of glyphs. One, I want to get our glyph for light. That way we ain't just burning coal for using for torches. And then for two, I eventually want to get to the point that we can use it to get up in the air and then be able to glide with our hang glider, and we can travel around. That's part of what I want to do. And then I also want to get into the golems once we start finding some more of the gears. It's just a way of automating some resources. I do have a quest to complete. This one. I got it right as soon as we started up for this, and that's play for 10 hours. Since we're doing magic, let's get a box of magical goods. And then we get lost bag of talismans. That gives us what? A zombie talisman. Temporarily increases attack speed after not attacking for a while. Do we have any talismans on? We don't. Charm. Belt, charm. We'll just throw it on there. We can take it off if it's not doing anything. And that gives us a arcane crystal obelisk from Forbidden and Arcanus, which doesn't do us a whole lot of good because we're not messing with that right now. Alright, so first things first. Ars Nouveau. We need to make us the novice spellbook. We can get rid of all of this stuff for the time being. We're going to need a book, which I should have a book. We got a bunch of books. A book. We're going to need a bunch of iron, and I'm going to need a bunch of sticks. Way more than that. Alright, so we need an iron shovel, iron pickaxe, iron axe, and an iron sword. And there we go. We've got our novice spellbook. And to upgrade this, we need quartz, and I don't have quartz just yet. So this does have nothing for us right now. We just got to make our way through it. So that quest is now done. Creating your first spell, I know what we need to do for that. And then we need to find some magical trees. And we don't have a whole lot of magical trees here close. I am going to have to go out a bit to get one. The closest one we've got is right here. So that... God, those things are getting on my nerves. I hope they're gone when I get back. So that is what I am going to do for the moment. I am going to head towards that tree and then we shall be back. All right, we're back home. I got us a... Well, I got us the tree. I am looking for... All right, I was trying to find my hoe, and so I could grow another tree. So we got another tree ready to go. All right. So, quest-wise, that quest is now complete. We can complete that. And we need to look at source berries. You're liable to run into source berries bushes. These will drop source berries. I have yet to find any. Of course, I haven't looked for them. But we need the scribe's table. That is where we are at. That guy, we're going to need some planks and a couple pieces of gold. So there we go. There is our scribe's table. This is what we're going to need. And for now, this stuff I'm just putting right here. It's eventually going to move. But for what we're going to be doing, I just want to go ahead and do it now. Or do this there now. Magic bundle. We got some old roots. And some more XP. Alright, so now we are to our tier 1 glyphs. Which this is what I want right here. We need a lantern and a torch. So we're going to need some iron, which I have on me. There we go. We can place a chest down right next to this. Throw that guy in there and that guy in there. And we want to do tier 1. I got to remember how to do this. Conjure Mage Light. Hold on. If I just clicked on it, I'd have been all right. So there we go. There is our glyph of Mage Light. And if we want to set one, we want to set it as a projectile. Wait. What button? There we go. Form. We want projectile, conjure Mage Light, create, and now we should get... Aha! There we go. And it's nighttime. We need to sleep. Well, I wound up having to make it again because for some reason we did not get the quest for it. But we do now. Alright, so I do need to find source berries. So I'm going to do some looking around to see if I can find anything. So yeah, I'll be back. I talked about needing some of these trees, and I got one right here close to us. And I didn't have to go all the way over because we're just right over the hill from the house. And there's another one over there. But I still haven't found no source berries. Well, I was really beginning to think that I wasn't going to find any. We are quite a bit away from home. That the little dangly bits. That's just cool. Ow. That's just cool. Anyways, if we look at our map, we are... Yeah, there's the... I think that was the lighthouse. So we're up way over it. So I'm going to have to sleep. And then we will head back. I did find us another vein. But yeah, we've got some crappy biomes here. What do we got? That's just a regular bee. That means there's a regular nest here somewhere. Right there. Alright, so I'm going to... yeah. Alright, so we're back home. We've got our glyph. We've got our source berries. And now we need to worry about our imbuement chamber and getting our source gems. And we can use lapis. We can use amethyst. We've probably... if I come in here, we can probably take these. Those won't crush. Let's see here. If we put them in a crushing wheel, they will. Guess we're going to have to get into create, which we're going to do a bunch of create. So I guess for now, lapis it is. We need 2 pieces of gold. And boom, we've got our imbuement chamber. And we can do that. And this is going to take just a minute. It will craft them, but it takes a second for it to craft until we can actually get some source going. Alright, source gem all done up. That takes care of that. We've got that quest complete. That gives us some manipulation essence. Our source stone, we've got that. I guess we can go ahead and work on getting our source jars and maybe vitalic, ergonomic. I believe the ergonomic, it's tree growth. But it does do mage blooms, and we can make that fairly easy. We're just going to need another one of those. So let's get everything else. Problem that we're going to have is going to be glass. Alright, now I done forgot where I was at. Oh, imbuement chamber. No. We done that. We were doing source jars. I went and got glass for this. And we're going to need a bunch of slabs. And then all we need is for now, we'll just throw this right here. We can make more as we go. I've noticed our ham is not filling us up as nice as it was. Alright, so the next bit of business we're going to do is we are going to make our ergonomic source link. We're going to need wheat. I don't think I have gotten any actual wheat, but I have got wheat seeds, which we can come back here. Let's get our hoe. That'll work. Let's put our canola back in there. And we should have everything. I don't know why I come all the way back over here. We need 2 pieces of gold, and we were waiting on our other source gem. Beautiful. Ergonomic. We'll put this guy. Right there. And, ow, we can't harvest them like that. So I need a way to get in between all of these. Every time we do that, it's going to hurt. And I wonder, I don't think we got some. Yeah, that won't work. We have to let it grow naturally in order for this to work. So we can place all these down and around. Like I said, we'll have to find a way. There's a way of harvesting them, but right now, we'll let that go. So, but that's got that complete. That gives us another arcane obelisk, and that's for relays, transferring stuff. We've got imbued essences that we can now do in the imbuement chamber. The next bit of business will be, we need source stones. I've got a bunch of those. We need to sleep. I haven't lit up this area just yet. Source stones. And we're going to need 4 more of the arcane gems. Now this should, yeah, that's going to pull a little bit from this. We don't have much. To speed it up just a little bit. Let me get the gems. Alright, so I think I got everything I need to finish up here. We need 5. Let's just go ahead and grab a bunch of gold. 1, 2, 3. We need 5 pedestals. There we go. The 5 pedestals, we needed 4 for the quest, and then we're going to need 1 here in just a minute. I looked ahead. So we're going to need to make the ritual browser. We need this guy here. And this guy here. We're going to need the arcane core. And we're going to need the enchanting apparatus, which I need a diamond for. There we go. And it's time to sleep. Alright, and so now we should have everything we need. We can place this guy down right here. And this should be close enough for those and our enchanting apparatus. And that's basically all of the stuff that we need to, as far as the beginnings of progressing through the mod. With what we've got, we can generate source, we can do rituals. Once we get to wanting to make some rituals, we can now do the enchanting stuff with the enchanting apparatus. None of this stuff we need necessarily right now. We'll have to probably get some more pedestals, but we've got everything that we need in order to go a little bit further. These guys can just run. We'll fill up the source jars, and we'll be good to go with that. We do have some other quests. One. Making magic. 1 skill point in magic. Magic bundle. And some XP. That give us a alchemist cauldron. We have the wild hunt. That was for killing. We just threw away a bunch of stuff. This guy can go right there. No soliciting. And we don't need the canola right now. Arriving traders will end up on this block instead of your face. We just put the sign up that's going to keep anything from spawning. And we'll take the display stand. I did not want to put that on my head. Beautiful. And that's where we'll leave it. Alright, so, like I said, we got everything we needed to get started with that. I got the main thing that I wanted, which was to get our mage light so I can light up areas without having to use a bunch of torches. And that is that. I think that was all the... No, we still got that guy right there. Teleporter bundle. That gives us a teleporter. Getting back and forth. Right now we don't have a spot that we need to do that. And now that is everything that we've got. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.